Hello and welcome to Dangerous News. I'm your host, Nick McQuik. As always, I'm joined by the Sultan of Sexism, Ahmed Ahmed.
Congratulations.
And filling in for Brendan Blakir, we have Nick Von Wackerbarth, the host of the Nick Von Dub podcast. But we're going to do a news, and it's dangerous. American WNBA star was detained in Russia for possession of 1 gram of marijuana, the equivalent of 9.5 years in jail. And I'm just posing the question to you, gentlemen, what would be a valuable enough commodity to trade back for a WNBA player?
2-3 basketballs? Maybe.
I say, yo, man, they had this video about would you rather have full tickets to the basketball or like $1? I'm talking about the deflated American US dollar. And they were like, no, I'd just rather have the $1, please. Like,
Are we talking one game, season teats?
No, it was like season seats right at the... Man, who wants to see that? I'm just saying. But to be honest, the WNBA has had the best coverage it ever had the last week.
Highest ratings.
This is the most publicity.
I've ever had, ever. I mean, period.
Yes. I think as she's a U.S. gold medalist in basketball, and I would say that just give Russia the gold medal. That's an even trade. Yeah. That's an even trade. At that point, I would say.
My favorite part was just the visual of her dominating over all these Russians walking around on her purple walk, about a foot taller than all of them. It was great.
And she still can't dunk. It's unreal.
I know.
Yeah, I know. This is the most news since that one woman dunked once.
Holy, that's amazing.
You're a bit of a well-traveled man like myself. Do you ever worry about take any precautions about traveling countries, hiding hashish?
First of all, make sure that you never have drugs with you, ever in a suitcase. It is dangerous and stupid.
Always in the ass.
Always, man, it's either in the ass or in the lungs, one of the two. But, that's how it is. But, I mean, she took the risk. Even Snoop Dogg had to deal with some problems. I don't know, with Sweden or some shit like that.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, something like that.
Sweden.
I don't know. He got in trouble for carrying like some marijuana with him. He was like, I'm never coming back to this like European Western country again.
There's an anecdote. There was a comedian that I came up with, and he actually was getting his American work visa. He was crossing the border, and they searched him, and they found less than 0.01 grams of marijuana in his car. And they turn him around, he can never work in America.
Wow. Probably good for them.
Don't do drugs in your car.
Was he a good comic?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You better clean your car at Bubbles.
Yeah.
You better do like steam cleaning.
Yeah. And that's why after the show we do drugs in your car.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I'm going to cross the border and I can't deal with that. Our second news story of the day is Beyonce has decided that she's going to start limiting words because they could be offensive and will no longer be using the word spaz in her song, which I find retarded. Do you have thoughts?
I'm just saying, man, the minority hierarchy. I guess retarded people are overblessed. That's what I'm saying right now.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. It is what it is. I'm just saying, like, why can't they, like, what is the things that now, like, I thought black people could say anything. That's the thing. Right now, they basically took, like, some white dudes who, like, you know what I mean?
Well, it's the weird thing is, you can say words, like, anytime you say a word, you're not, like, giving offense. People take offense. Yes. And, like, I don't know. Is there a word that upsets you? Like, a word that you don't like to be called?
No.
No?
No, I come on, I'm fat, brown, Arab. Everything's been said.
And you smell bad.
Like work like a man.
The great thing that I've noticed though is when people say things to try and upset me, like if I'm upset, I'm giving them power over my emotions. Mm-hmm. And like, yes, it is bad to make fun of people for things that they can't hold, like they can't have control over, that's outside of that. But also, there has been so much empowerment in me learning to laugh at myself and my own inner spaz.
I got a question that we're all missing. How would spazzes know? Like, they're retarded.
It's a spectrum of spazzes.
Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah.
I think everyone's surprised that it's getting to this point where you can't even say spaz anymore. But I just graduated university. I was just waiting for it to get to this point because they had a first day of university break out the scroll, a tome of words you can't say, and they had spaz, they had gypped, you can't say all these kind of things.
You can't say gypped?
You can say
Gypsies.
anything.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So
Holy
I've just been waiting for it to get to this point.
Yo,
Everyone's
in
surprised.
BC, they already pushed it to crazy. Like they're like crazy is offensive.
You can't say that.
You can't say that.
But
because
also,
definitely women are not crazy.
If you
Like,
look at how the human mind works, your thoughts become your words, become your actions. So if somebody interferes with you expressing yourself, they're hoping to manipulate your actions or your thoughts.
exactly.
And for me, I've just been an elegant enough speaker that I can always find a funnier word to come up with. I don't think that censorship ever solves racism or hate. No. All it does is it makes people upset or uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. So if I'm in a room with somebody and they identify as something, now I have to be much more careful about the words I say because I don't want to upset them. I don't want to hurt them. Right. I want to make them feel welcome. So now it gets more socially difficult for me to be in that situation. Mm-hmm. I think that placing landmines around people and canceling people based off the words they say is a terrible precedent. Because I grew up in a time where you judge a person by their actions, not by their words. Mm-hmm. And like you could have people that would say horrible, terrible things and be donating money, their time, volunteering, helping people. And now none of that matters because there's a clip. They can take one clip out of a show. I recommend this show. And then that clip is what they use to prove that you're terrible.
But that makes a lot of sense. If you have terrible actions and you live a terrible life, you want to make it all about words and words, right? Nobody look at what I'm actually doing because I don't got much to say, right?
Yeah.
You live a shit life.
That's the truth of it is most people that are calling for cancellation and getting like pulling people down themselves, like I would love to look in their emails. Yeah. I would love to take a look.
Or see what they've accomplished.
Yeah. And like it's a strange thing. We're all comedians. Well, I mean, one of us is successful, but we've been doing a lot. Like I've been in comedy long enough that I've seen comedians attack other comedians, and I always noticed it's unsuccessful and bitter comedians trying to pull down other people. And
whoa!
Am I allowed to call them unsuccessful? Is that hurtful? Is that an upsetting thing?
He's sitting right there.
Whoa, take it easy, bud.
Oh man. Yeah. So I guess what is worse? Somebody going to Russia with a gram of marijuana or somebody saying spaz? Because one will cost you your career and the other will cost you 9.5 years of your life.
I don't know, man. Like, but I'm just saying, the one at the WNBA, like, how relevant is the WNBA to care about? Like, I mean, spaz, yes.
It is today.
That's true.
I'm excited for the Space Jam remake that incorporates the WNBA. That's the way we're going.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm putting $20 down on 10 years. We will have a WNBA Space Jam.
Oh, that'd be amazing, man.
All the second-rate Looney Tunes are bringing.
Oh, yeah.
The rooster and shit.
All the extras.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
the
man.
tree in the background.
Oh, that would be terrible.
That'd be great.
Jeez.
I can't wait for it personally.
No, me either. I believe that we have a new segment that we're going to be trying on the show, which, by the way, today, if it seems a little different than previous episodes, it's because we're flying on one engine, so to speak, right now. Nothing to do with the deep state, but totally to do with the deep state. So we're going to try out our new section, headlines.
The first headline, proposed anti-farming laws will make self-reliance much harder. So what they're doing is they're stopping farmers from selling direct to consumers.
Anytime the government gets involved in somebody's business, that's always upsetting. Like, you can't change a precedent. Farmers have been farming. I think that's the third oldest profession, right after two that I'm not allowed to talk about on this show. But you can't interfere and say what you can or can't do. Farming, you got to buy land. You're planning years and years and years down the road. You've got to grow crops, harvest crops. You're trading on futures and values of food. Like, you can't just jump in and say, next year you can't sell. That is extortion almost. If you're going to take away that much farming and opportunity from these people while there's some sort of war going on over in some European country where a lot of farming is done, you're just going to make a lot of hungry people. And I realize we struggled with an obesity epidemic, but I can tell you the opposite, probably a lot worse.
All right, let me tell you something. I disagree with this gentleman. Think about it. Wasn't it the great leader, General Mao, when he decided, of China, when he decided, okay, time for us to increase yield by killing all the sparrows. What happened? All the locusts started interbreeding, created a hunger strike, killing millions. That's my plan.
Ahmed calls Jews sparrows.
He's a Jew. He's a Jew. All right, listen. But I'm just saying, like, when government intervenes, immense successes happen in expunging population control. It's great. Think about it. It's 2030.
Says the guy who can lose 10 pounds.
Thank you, Trudeau, for helping me, exercise all this weight. It's great. Have this belly. I'm just saying, thank you, Chairman Trudeau. It's been a pleasure, man. You're 10 years of, 7 or 8.
I think it's 12 years of blackface.
And 7 years of whiteface. You're the greatest transracial prime minister we know. Thank you for keeping it up. And you know what? Intervene more. That's what we want. We want more of your grand ideas. Like the casino, like currency. Mwah!
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I think, not enough inflation. He hits us with 12, 14% inflation.
Should be 35.
Groceries get expensive. What do you want to do? You want to grow your own. They got to step in somewhere. They got to make that inflation really stick. Can't find ways around it.
I'm just wondering what the story will be like. Hey, grandkids, back in my day, bananas were 97 cents a pound. Or if it's, hey, grandkids, back in my day, we had something called bananas.
Yeah, that's what I think is coming.
What are we going to government ration cricket bars? No, thank you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, these protein bars that are coming from the world, the Economic Forum, are just phenomenal.
Ugh.
That's the future, people.
That's some high quality crickets right there.
Enjoy the freedoms we're gonna get. It's gonna be phenomenal.
A government's there to protect the people. How are they protecting people? By limiting the options of what we can or can't sell. Next, what? I'm not going to be able to sell my body? My body, my choice, Trudeau.
Speaking of Justin Trudeau, because being our favorite subject, Justin Trudeau and his family head to Costa Rica for a well-deserved 2-week vacation.
Keep them.
It's a 2-week vacation for Canada, really.
Vacation for Canada, that's surreal.
Extended a week.
Extended years, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, our chairman, dear leader Trudeau, listen. All I gotta say is, bro, there's a shaman there. Take some ayahuasca. You know what I mean? Enjoy. Let all these evil spirits out and just do the hullabaloo, whatever you white Hindus do. But I know this is your religion. Listen, bro, stay there and never, ever, ever come back. Seriously, man, the last 2 weeks, wasn't it wonderful?
It's great.
Yeah, man, I think even inflation just went down.
People are happier. I don't know. He's pretty far in touch with reality for ayahuasca. I don't know.
I-
Seems to be right on the
Well, actually, in Costa Rica, they have these frogs called bofo, and you can lick them and get high. Don't ask how I know. I think it's a well-deserved vacation because what he's doing, he's working very hard. Not in the way that anyone wants him to, but he's been working very hard recently.
It's hard. It's a hard work to fuck 35 million people at once.
I know. It's
gotta work
really
up a
hard.
sweat.
No
Yeah,
Vaseline.
bro.
No Vaseline.
Man, imagine how much Viagra do you think? Sorry, I'm saying, how much Viagra does this dude need to do with 35 million? Listen, all I'm just saying is, bro, enjoy with all your shamans and just, take it easy. And, it's great seeing your wife back in photo ops for the last 2 years. I don't know, she's been missing, but...
You're telling people to do ayahuasca. You probably don't even do wasabi.
Wasabi, whatever that is.
Just keeping your temple clean. Okay, do we got a final headline, third headline?
We do, boys. And for a little bit of U.S. news, Nancy Pelosi lands in Thailand amid threats of Chinese retaliation.
Taiwan.
Nancy Pelosi landed in the Chinese state of Thailand, and it's the first time, Brennan's joke, the first time U.S. bombs have landed in Chinese soil? I can't remember. Yeah. Damn. No, I mean, it's great. That's the best way to start a war is to send an old woman there to see the manager before we start it going on. I don't know enough about Thailand. I know half the
Taiwan.
Oh, or that one
Taiwan.
either. See, that's how little I know about it. I haven't gone there. I hear it's a great place for people to go and have a sexual vacation. So I'm happy that Nancy Pelosi's husband is there, finally getting what he deserves.
Taiwan. Oh man, Taiwan. Taiwan is a fun place. It's like the Japan of China. You know?
Japan of China.
It's kind of the cleaner, cooler version of China. Listen, honestly, at this moment, I don't like. It was so crazy how for the last week we almost went to World War III, and we just played our day-to-day life as casual. With Nancy Pelosi, all I gotta say is there's probably an investment somewhere in Taiwan that her husband is.
Yeah, he's over there inside trading.
Inside trading, bro. He's trading.
Inside, outside, he's just trading.
He's just trading. Nah, whatever it is, what it is. But I'm just saying, like, whatever China not right now is doing. Well, enjoy your vacation trip and there's a lot of firecrackers around the ocean lines direction of China.
I don't think you can call them that anymore. Firecrackers.
That's racist.
Can't say spaz.
Can't say spaz, can't say firecracker.
That's what it is.
Oh,
But
I
yeah,
think that's what they call redheads, isn't it? Firecrackers?
Yeah, firecrackers. It's fun. I mean, there's way worse things than I
the
can call them.
Chinese were basically, having him in a hot air balloon around the China.
What? I didn't even get that one, but I laughed anyway.
Guys, if you like this, subscribe. There's a bell. 5 stars. And tip your waiter. I don't know how the internet works. We'll be back next week with more stuff. If you guys have some wonderful news you'd like us to cover, I don't know if you can comment or how this even works, but do it.
Send it to us somehow.
Yeah, send it to us.
We'll
Pigeons. Send pigeons. And Nancy Pelosi, this video for a WNBA season with 2 grams of weed. Spaz out, America.
Really tied it all together.
That's the episode.
The end of it. The through line. Nancy Pelosi, this video.